Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Tegar Rahmat Nurazak.
My name is Ibnu Taher.
My name is John Stefan Hindo.
We are from Group 4. We want to make a conversation video about non-fresh.
Enjoy the video.
Hi Jelly Bro, how are you both doing with English assignment about non-fresh?
Hey Tegar, I'm doing okay. I feel I need to understand about non-fresh better. The topic seems simple. There are so many components.
Same here. I've gone through some of the material, but the discussion will definitely help clarify things. Let's start with the basics. What is the definition of noun?
Sure. Noun is a word that represents living things or inanimate object or abstract things like father or forest and then happiness.
Then, what is the definition about non-fresh?
Definition non-fresh. Non-fresh is a group of words that work together to make the noun more specific, with the noun as the head and have the modifier. The modifier like article, adjective, and other element. For the simple example is the beautiful garden.
So in that example, the noun head is the garden, and then the modifiers are the beautiful. The modifiers the beautiful modifies the noun garden to make more specific.
Got it. That makes sense. What about the components of a non-fresh? Can we break those down?
Absolutely, there are 6 components as I know. First, a noun, an article, an adjective, prepositional phrase, determiner, and to infinitive. Let's start from the basic one. That is a noun. Noun is a word that refers to name of place, name of things, and name of person. It's the central element of non-phrase. For example, the doctor took the drug to the hospital. Word doctor represents the name of person. Word drugs represent the name of things. And word hospital represent the name of place.
Okay. Then there is the article. The article must be part of the noun phrase. Since it's usually connected to a noun. Okay, in modern English, article include a, and the. Okay, for the example, the office is always clean. In this sentence, there in article is the, and which the connect the noun is the office. The subject is the sentence is the office.
What about the adjective? They describe the noun, right?
Exactly. Adjective add more detail to the noun. For another example, the handsome man married today. The adjective handsome describe a word man, and then they are forming a noun phrase. They are also as a subject in the sentence. Next, we have a prepositional phrase. It refers to word that begin with a preposition but has an object at the end. For example, the clothes in the dressing room are gorgeous. The prepositional phrase in the sentence is in the dressing room. It gives details about the location of the clothes and also modifies clothes.
Oh, interesting. So what's a determiner?
A determiner is clarify or describe a noun. Determiner has 4 types.
Okay.
First, article. The example is word the, an. Second, demonstrative determiner. Demonstrative determiner is a pointing word used to specifically indicate a person or thing. Example include this or this and that or those.
I want to share about another type of determiner too. The another type of determiner is possessive. Possessive determiner is an auxiliary word that indicate an ownership of an object. Possessive determiner like my, yours, their, his, or her. It followed by a noun, either singular or plural. And then lastly, quantifier. Quantifier determiner define a quantity. For example, many, some, much, and more.
Great explanation, Tegar. Lastly, we have to infinitive, which can act as a modifier. For instance, a good book to read is Philosophy Teras. A word to read as the infinitive phrase, modifying book.
That's a lot of components, but I'm following so far. Let's talk about the function a noun phrase next.
Sure. A noun phrase can function as a subject of sentence.
Okay, subject.
A subject is a component of a clause or sentence that describe what the sentence or clause is about. For example, the big dog barked loudly.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
Here, the big dog
Dog.
is the subject. The big modify the noun dog.
Oh.
Noun phrase can also act like a direct object. Noun phrase is a word that refers to noun, phrase, or pronoun that is a recipient of a direct action verb. For example, she bought a new laptop. A new laptop is the noun phrase. The modifier a new gives more information about noun laptop.
If there is a direct object, is there an indirect object?
You're right, you know.
So, what do you mean about indirect object?
Indirect object is an object that receives reaction indirectly. Indirect object identify to whom or for whom the verb is done. For example, I gave my friend a gift. The noun phrase my friend is the indirect object. It receives a gift, and then for the word gift is the direct object.
Another example of indirect object like this. This is my best friend lagi buku postcard. The indirect object is the noun phrase. In this case, our best friend and it receives the postcard. The postcard is the direct object since it gets the verb action sent. The modifier verb base is give additional description the noun friend.
Oh, I see. It can also be a subject complement. A complement that gives details about the subject. The complement follow verb like am, is, are, was, and were. For example, the winner is the tall boy. The winner is the tall boy. The noun phrase the tall boy is the complement of subject the winner. The tall modifies of the noun head boy.
Right. Noun phrase also as an object complement. A complement gives details about the object. Okay. For example, they elected their class leader. Here, the word of class leader is the object complement of word her.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the appositive. Appositive has function to provide more information about noun placed next to it. The positive separated by comma. For example, my brother, the specialist doctor, is coming over. The noun phrase the specialist doctor is the appositive which give more information about my brother. The noun head in this sentence is doctor.
And it can also function as an object of proposition, like we said under the all3. The noun phrase the all3 is the object of the proposition under. Another definition is a propositional object refers to a pronoun, noun, or noun phrase that follows phrasal verbs. Example: my husband is looking for his brown wallet. The word is looking for is the phrasal verb. It followed by the word his brown wallet. As an object of the phrasal verb, the noun head is the sentence in this sentence is the wallet.
That's really helpful. But I ever heard about expanded non-phrase. What about expanded non-phrase?
Expanded noun phrase is a phrase that made up of at least one adjective. If you list more than one adjective, you must add comma to separate them. For example, many tall buildings. Many wonderful tall buildings in big city all over the world. Words many is the determiner to introduce the noun.
Okay.
And then wonderful and tall is the adjective which give more information about non-head building. And then in big cities and all over the world is the prepositional phrase.
Oh, so it's all about adding more descriptive or specific information to the noun phrase.
Exactly. Expanding noun phrase can make the writing more vivid and precise.
I forgot. There are so many common mistakes when you forming the non-phrase. You must pay attention with this. I might be uploading my non-phrase with too many adjectives. Like in one sentence, I wrote the beautiful green park tree with birds.
Oh, that's good example, right? It's a bit too vague. You can make it clearer by breaking it down or reworking it. Maybe something like a tall green tree in the park where birds nest. It makes the idea clearer.
Yeah, when you have too much adjective, it can confuse the reader. So stick to what's most important to describe first.
Got it. I think I'm also messing up with the order of the adjectives. I wrote something like wooden small round table.
Yeah. That's common mistake. Adjective follow the content under. For example, you should say a small round wooden table. Adjective order is pretty important. It goes like Oskescom. What is an Oskescom? Is opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, and then the noun.
Right, you're right. If you stick to that order, the phrase sounds more natural.
That's helpful. I also sometimes leave out the terminals like an, or the. I realized I did that in sentence. I saw dog in park.
Oh yeah, missing the determiner is a big mistake. It should be I saw big dog in the park. The determiner are important for clarity and grammatical correction.
Exactly. Without them, the sentence sounds incomplete.
Oh, and I made this one before. I wrote 5 meters rope. But I'm pretty sure that's wrong, right?
Yep. That's a mismatch. It should be a 5 meter ropes. When you use a number like that, the unit of measurement should stay singular.
That's a common mistake. It's easy to mix up when you are writing quickly.
I also been guilty of using redundant modifiers. Like I wrote around circular object.
Oh, that's a definition redundant. Circular and round mean the same thing. So you only need one. You can just say a circular object.
Sometimes less is more. Keep your noun phrase simple and to the point.
I see. What about given? I never know when to use them.
Okay. Given are named when you have compound adjective. For example, high quality product needs to the high given. Okay. Without it, it will be confusing.
Right. Without the given, it might sound like you're describing a product that is high and quality. Instead of high strict quality product.
Thanks to I didn't realize so many things I've been doing wrong with my non-press. I definitely pay more attention to clarity and structure.
Okay, I feel like I understand non-press much better now. Thanks for being it's all those of you.
Same here. This discussion was super helpful.
I'm glad to hear that. Let's make a quiz for our practice so that we can be proficient.
Sure. Me first. The tall mysterious man walked into the room. What is the non-press in the sentence?
It's definitely the tall mysterious man. That is the noun phrase. The word man is the noun head, and the tall and mysterious is the adjective which modifying the noun head.
Correct. Good job, Sugar. Now your turn, Sugar.
Okay.
Ganti, coba jangan coba. Jangan klik banget, ayo ulang.
Itu juga. Ayo.
Paling action. It's definitely the yang
Tahu.
Lupa dia, Cuk.
ada d-nya nggak?
The tall.
Ada d-nya nggak?
The
Oh, iya,
tall.
betul. Yang the action. It's definitely the tall.
Ulangin. Gua ketahuan lagi ke scroll anjing ntar. Dah.
Action. It's definitely the tall mysterious man is the noun phrase. The word man is the noun head, and then the word young. Oh young. Sorry. Action. It's It's definitely the tall mysterious man is the noun phrase. A word man is the noun head, and the word tall and mysterious is the adjective which modifying the noun head man.
Correct, Sugar. Now your turn, Sugar.
Alright, here's mine. A giant red rubber ball bounced across the field. What is the noun phrase?
The noun phrase is a giant red rubber ball. Ball is the word ball is the main noun, and giant, red, and rubber are all adjectives describing it.
You're right, you know. Now your turn.
Okay, here's one. The old dusty book on the shelf was a treasure.
Just an easy one. The noun phrase is the old. That's the book on the shelf. Book is the main noun. The and old and dusty are adjective modifying. And on the shelf is a prepositional phrase. Then adds extra information.
You got it, Joe. This is fun.
Okay, let's try a tricky one.
Okay.
A beautiful large house in the countryside is for sale.
Oh, tricky. I can answer. The noun phrase is a beautiful large house in the countryside. The noun head is the house. Large and beautiful and large word is the adjective which modify the word house, and in the countryside is the prepositional phrase which give the information about the location of house.
Nice job, Tegar. Let's try another one. The little boy with a red hat ran down the street.
Oh, I know this one. The noun phrase is the little boy with red hair. The word boy is the noun, and the little is the adjective. And with a red hat is another professional phrase giving more detail about the boy.
Correct.
We can identify the noun phrase correctly. I think we will get perfect score for the assignment.
Okay guys, that's all about non-press conversation. Thank you for watching our video.
See you next time.
Bye.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.